Shalom, all praises, glory, and honor is due to Yahweh, Bar Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Bar Hashem, Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles, elder bishops, teachers of Great Millstone, and the like-minded men who may not be directly part of Great Millstone, who are following the same 144%, 100% truth, 100% doctrine, which includes the a really seriously important prophecy regarding the MOTB, which is a physical mark. And like I always start, usually, the true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, meaning He is, He exists, He to be. Okay, He Yahweh exists or to be. The true name of His only begotten Son, our Lord, our Savior, is Yahweh Shai, meaning He saves, He delivers. Yahweh Shai will deliver His elect at the appointed time after the destruction or during the destruction of Babylon the Great, which is America. After the MOTB, which is a physical mark, which you find in Revelation 13, chapter 16, verse, because of all, both small and great, which are poor, to receive a mark, which is the charagma, so that no man might buy or sell without that mark. That's paraphrasing Revelation 13, 16, and 17. This is a physical mark. It is not sleeping with white women. It is not Christianity. It is not an embargo. It is a physical mark that will be presented to the whole world initially on a voluntary basis, which we see the infrastructure being set up now, and then it will be made mandatory at the appointed time. And shortly after mandatory implementation of the mark, Babylon the Great, which is also known as America, which is also known as Nineveh, which is also known as Sodom and Egypt, amongst other Assyria as well, and other code names, will be destroyed by nuclear fire, ICBMs, initiated by Russia, and other nations, and it will be a sacrifice, plain and simple. I read that in Isaiah 34th chapter. Yahweh Shai will deliver His elect, His 1/3 elect, from Babylon the Great, from the fire, and also from across the globe. The elect will be saved. We can read that in Matthew 24th chapter, this chapter, and the 30th, 31st verse. Okay, but now we're living in the times which Yahweh has spoken of. I'm going to read some 3, then I'm going to jump down to 6. And He sat upon the Mount of Olives. This is Matthew 24th chapter and 3rd verse. And He sat upon the Mount of Olives. The disciples came unto Him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of Thy coming and the end of the world? That world is aeon, that means age. There's different words for world. It's aeon, age, and cosmos. Sorry, I'm talking about aeon, cosmos, and oikumene. This world should be aeon. Yep. See? It means forever, an unbroken age, perpetual time, eternity, the world, universe. Basically, an unbroken age. So this age, we're talking about the age of Esau, Edom, which is the so-called white man. We can read the understanding of this in the end of Esau's age in 2nd Esdras 6, chapter 7th and 9th verse. But Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it. And for those that don't know, Esau, Edom, is also is his true biblical name of the so-called white man, who is a vagabond and a fugitive. And so they've gone around the world changing their names, changing their identities, changing landmarks. Just basically running amok. It's lucky for the background noise. So I'm going to continue. So what we're seeing is that the disciples are asking, what is the end of these times, this age, this aeon? Yeah, and Yahweh Shai's response was, I'm going to jump down to 6. Yeah, so there's many. I start at 5 actually. This goes into, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach, and shall deceive many. So you have people, specifically right now, I'm going to speak about the MOTB. The men of GMS from Apostle Tahara down have constantly, since I've been, spoken about the MOTB, which is a physical mark. Okay, we can see the infrastructure being set up, CBDC, which was central bank digital currency, will be introduced very shortly, because the financial system will crash. Yes, it will crash. And they will produce the CBDC, a digital currency, digital ID, as part of the solution to that. And shortly after that, we will see the physical mark, which is a C-HIP, a microchip, being presented to the people as a solution to security worries, and they shall say peace and safety. First Thessalonians 5:3. They will introduce it as a security measure, so nobody can get hacked or XYZ. And then eventually, once enough people have got it, they will make it mandatory. That is the physical C-HIP, the physical mark. But there's many people out there who these pork chop pastors, they even speak about prophecy, and some Israelite groups that just totally ignore, or just, I don't know, ignore the fact that it's obvious that the Revelation 13th chapter, which is an important prophecy, 16th, 17th verse, is the microchip. The deceiving the people, either intentionally or unintentionally, either way. But yeah, that's enough on that. And these words are written in red, so I'm going to jump down to 6, and Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Are we not hearing of wars and rumors of wars? Can I list them again? You've got Russia, Ukraine, which Russia's really fighting NATO. Russia's basically dominating, NATO's panicking. Over here in England, they're saying to people, you need to have 3 days worth of food because of potential catastrophe or whatever. They're mentioning floods or such things, but we know what it is. Yeah, they're slowly introducing to the people the chaos that is about to ensue. Yeah, Jacob's trouble will be fully manifested in America, Babylon the Great. Yeah, and as a consequence, the rest of the world will follow suit, because America's the headquarters. That's where the head tribe is mainly based, which is Judah, Yehuda. Which where the men of the Lord are based, really, mainly, I should say. But then as soon as it kicks off in America, it'll be like a domino effect. Yeah, the tribulations and the troubles. And we've got wars, rumors of wars. We've got China today effecting or a blockade, not a blockade, but like a military exercises over Taiwan again. Yeah, but they're intensifying it now. Eventually, that they're going to invade Taiwan eventually. Yeah, and then America will have to intervene. There's a war. Then that's a war in the South Pacific Sea. Yeah, Then you've got the war in the Holy Land, which is the small hats and the Hezbollah, Hamas, and all the Haitians and Iran. The Iranian president killed the other day. Yabash Mashai's issues from death. Psalm 68. Yeah, nothing happens unless Yabash Mashai sanctions it. Point blank. Period. Yeah. Go back to the scriptures. Wars, rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation. That's going into civil wars. There's talk of. I was going to do a video the other day. There's much talk of civil war in Babylon the Great, which is America. And kingdom against kingdom. There's civil war going on right now in New Caledonia. Not heard about it? Look it up. Yeah, where France had basically tried to take over the political, or try to edge out the indigenous people there by saying French people who've been there for 10 years can vote. So which was systematically eliminate or slowly erode the voting rights of the indigenous people. And that's caused a nation against nation situation. That's a civil war situation. And kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Let's get this word pestilences. We know these scriptures, but it's always good to Loimas, pestilence, a fellow pest, the plague. And the ultimate plague will be the ICBMs, pestilence. Certainly affinity, a plague, literally the disease, or figuratively a pest. Yeah, so that gives me, all these are the beginnings of sorrows. As I've said before, these words are written in red, so these are the words of Yahushai. And he mentions pestilences and earthquakes, and we're seeing all these earthquakes on a daily basis, and the pestilence which is hitting America right now.
So your new neighbors, you can't pound on their wall and tell them to shut up, but it's okay.
Cicadas are expected in southern and midwestern parts of the US, billions of them. Thanks to a double broad, a rare occurrence not seen in centuries.
This is just the start, because when they get
Yeah,
cooking,
it's just the start.
it sounds like a science fiction movie from the 50s. It goes up and down with this little noise, and they get cooking. So it's the males come up, and then they mate, and then the females go up the tree. I think that's right. And then
so this is 9 hours ago, and obviously the prophets and apostles have reported on this. Elder Karatas Akbar from Vegas, I've just watched a video on it. I'm going to put those, we'll put that in the description box. But this is what I wanted to get. He said to me, and then he answered me then and said, 2nd Address 9:1. Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, the signs that Yahushua mentioned in Matthew 24th chapter, amongst other chapters, Mark and Luke as well, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the Highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and if you're watching, you are seeing earthquakes, daily basis, uproars of the people, weekly basis, all over the news, all over the world. You got to not watch these mainstream channels. You got to keep your eye on so-called alternative channels. So, keep updated. Then shalt thou well understand, this is verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world, the beginning and the end is manifest. Wow. Even so, the times also of the Highest of plain beginnings. We're seeing this, people are just not aware, as in the days of Noah. They're just, singing and dancing and drinking and going to weddings, getting married. They're just thinking, oh, it's going to return to normal. But it's going to be an incremental, gradual step, little by little, as it says in the scriptures. Yahweh Shemashai is eroding security of these people, eroding Babylon the Great's grip on the world, eroding Esau Edom's grip on the world, with the intent and which will occur to take them down. Simple as that. To set up Yahushai's rulership on the earth, which will be an everlasting rulership that will not be taken out. Simple as that. Daniel 4, 2nd chapter, and the 7th verse, and the 7th chapter goes into that. Even so, the times of all the highest and plain beginnings of wonders and the wonder and powerful works and endings in effects and signs. Let me just get to. I'm just going to read. Where am I going? 2nd Address 16. Yeah, here we are. Ooh, right. I'm going to read 16 and 17. Woe is me. This is Ezra saying, you know, because he's here back in the reincarnation. Yeah, and clearly, because the scriptures go into that. Him is saying in these times, in these days, woe, 2 Corinthians 16 and 17, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Beginning of sorrows and great mournings, beginning of famines and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? You know, and yeah, as I've seen them in the vision, that's how intense things are to be. Yeah, a time of trouble, a time of tribulation. Jacob's trouble is coming, point blank period. And the only thing that will save, that the elect will be saved by their faith and by their works. 2 Corinthians 9 goes into it, point blank period, yeah. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. But then they will know that the prophets have been among them. You know, you can read that in give me a second. Ezekiel 33. You know, once people realize, once Yahweh Shemashah really does turn up, then they're going to know, oh, we should have listened to them, man, who are on the highways and byways for decades, who are on the corners, who do videos. We should have listened to them, you know, for the spirit of Yahweh Shemashah. But Lord's will, if you're hearing this video, you're listening to the apostles and prophets and elders and bishops of Great Millstone, because they are the 100% truth. Yeah. Ezekiel 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that the prophet have been among them. Yeah, point blank period. Got to understand why I said. Get one more article here. Is what I wanted. Yeah. Who orders worldwide lockdowns as Australia reports first human bird flu case? You know, the World WHO has ordered governments to prepare to initiate harsh new lockdowns after Australia reported its first human case of bird flu on Wednesday, which was yesterday, Shabbat. According to reports, authorities in Australia claim a child was infected with avian influenza in India and brought the disease to Australia. This is the first confirmed human case of highly pathogenic avian influenza in Australia. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, eventually, whether it takes 6 months, whether it takes a year, whatever it takes, 2 months, a month, a week, whatever, they're gonna initiate more than likely another lockdown, be it this pestilence or be it another that disease X or whatever. Yeah, at the same time, or around about the same time, the system's gonna collapse, as in the monetary system, because America's in way too much debt for it not to. Bear with me a second. And you got to understand why this is happening. Yeah. I'm going to start from 1 and jump down to 6. Behold, speak thou, behold, 2 Corinthians 15 and 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. And that's what the prophets have been doing, from Apostle Tahar and down. They've been telling us, teaching us, through the Spirit of Yahweh Shemashah, what is to come, and warning us, most importantly. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true, and everything Yahweh Shemashah says, which is written on paper, is faithful and true, and it will come to pass. Isaiah 55 and 11. His words do not return unto him void. Yeah, there's proof that. I'm going to get this and come back to that, because as I'm not really prepared scriptures, but they're coming in my mind through the Spirit. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it will prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So everything that is written in the scriptures will come to pass at their appointed time. Okay. And cause them to written on paper, for they are faithful and true. 2 Esdras 15:3. Fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity, that's the unbelief of the people who mock and scoff the scriptures and mock and scoff the prophets, mock and scoff importantly Yahweh Shemashai's word, over them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Yeah. Wow. He's going to smite Egypt with plagues as before, and I'll jump down to 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand, that's the elect, and the stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. That's a big hint that they're speaking about Babylon the Great. Egypt is house of bondage. You can read that in Exodus 20th chapter, around the 3rd or 4th verse. Actual name of the land of Egypt is Mizraim, not Egypt isn't a Greek name. So with that, Lord's will, I'm going to end it with this actually. Luke, the book of Luke, one of my favorites. Luke 21, 36, straight to the point. Watch ye therefore, these words are written in red. In the blue letter, you'll see these in red. The words of Yahushua. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and stand before the Son of Man, as the elect 144,000 will, and the ones who will be crowned by Yahushua in that time. With that, Lord's will, I'm going to say Shalom to the elect and the hopeful elect. Shalom.